There are royal visits, and then there are moments that quietly redefine influence on the global stage. This upcoming journey by King Charles III and Queen Camilla to the United States is shaping up to be exactly that, a carefully crafted blend of diplomacy, symbolism, and human connection. From the outside, it may look like just another 4-day tour, but beneath the formal schedule lies something far more strategic and far more meaningful. The visit begins in Washington, D.C., a city where power is both visible and carefully choreographed. Here, every handshake, every step, and every word carries weight. The king and queen are expected to take part in a ceremonial military review, an event that goes beyond tradition, quietly reinforcing the deep-rooted alliance between two nations whose histories have long been intertwined. But it's not just about formal displays. There is also a softer side to this visit, moments designed to build connection rather than command attention. A tea gathering, a garden reception, settings where conversation flows more freely, where diplomacy becomes personal. These are the moments where influence often grows the strongest, away from the cameras, yet never truly out of sight. And then comes one of the most closely watched moments of the entire trip, a private meeting between King Charles III and Donald Trump. While the details of such meetings are rarely disclosed, their significance is never lost. Behind closed doors, discussions may touch on shared challenges, global concerns, and the evolving relationship between the UK and the United States. It is diplomacy at its most direct, and often its most impactful. The evening that follows is expected to bring a different kind of significance, a state dinner at the White House. These events are not merely ceremonial, they are symbolic, reflecting mutual respect and reinforcing alliances that extend far beyond politics. Every detail, from the seating arrangements to the tone of conversation, is carefully considered. Yet, the defining moment of the visit may come not in a private room or a grand hall, but in a chamber filled with history, the U.S. Congress. When King Charles delivers his address, he will join a very small group of figures who have been given that platform. It is more than an honor. It is a statement, a reflection of the enduring partnership between two nations, and a signal of the king's evolving role on the world stage. From Washington, the journey shifts to New York City, where the tone becomes more reflective. At the 9/11 Memorial and Museum, the king and queen are expected to pay tribute to those who lost their lives. It is a moment that transcends politics, a shared remembrance that connects people across borders and generations. Equally meaningful will be their meeting with first responders. These are individuals whose actions, often taken in moments of unimaginable pressure, have become part of a lasting legacy. In meeting them, the royal couple acknowledges not just past sacrifice, but ongoing courage. But New York also offers a different kind of engagement, one rooted in community and culture. In Harlem, the focus shifts to connection at a grassroots level. A literacy event celebrating a century of Winnie the Pooh brings a sense of warmth and familiarity to the visit, bridging generations through storytelling. It is a reminder that influence is not only built through policy and power, but also through shared culture and simple human experiences. Alongside this, business engagements and an evening reception add another layer to the visit, one focused on innovation, collaboration, and future opportunities. These moments may not capture headlines in the same way, but they often shape long-term relationships in meaningful ways. The final leg of the journey takes the king and queen to Virginia, where the focus turns toward environment and heritage, two causes that have long been central to King Charles's work. A visit to a national park highlights the importance of conservation, while meetings with Appalachian and indigenous communities bring attention to voices that are often underrepresented. Here, the tone of the visit becomes more personal, more reflective. It is less about formal diplomacy and more about listening, understanding, and acknowledging the importance of heritage and sustainability. The trip also coincides with a significant milestone, the 250th anniversary of American independence. Marking this moment adds historical depth to the visit, linking the past to the present in a way that feels both symbolic and forward-looking. Throughout the journey, one thing remains clear. This is not just a tour. It is a carefully balanced narrative, one that blends tradition with modern relevance, formality with humanity, and history with future ambition. And while much of what happens will be seen and recorded, some of the most important moments will remain unseen. Quiet conversations, subtle gestures, and the unspoken understanding that shapes relationships at the highest level. Because in the end, the true impact of a visit like this is not measured in headlines or photographs. It is measured in what lingers afterward, in strengthened connections, renewed partnerships, and the quiet sense that something meaningful has taken place. And as the king and queen move from city to city, from ceremony to conversation, they are not just representing a nation, they are shaping a narrative, one that speaks not only of history, but of a future still being written.